We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SynergyPWR Invitational round number 13 at the Italian Grand Prix. Clearly, we're having some massive bugs here at the moment here in Division 2 with many errors coming through on our grid spaces, but we are back and we are now back into full swing. And we are returning here with the 9 drivers as specified in the correct grid spaces. The drivers have reported some errors, but we on our screen see it all correctly. Fingers crossed we should be back into the session with Silver Surfer, who stays with me very patiently in the commentary box. How are you doing?
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, getting there. I just hope the Masters of Coding can put it out the bag this time around and we can get this race underway.
We will be here for round number 1 of Season 1 in F1 2018 with a completely, definitely not broken game, fingers crossed.
Jinxed.
I hope that it will be a session, but fingers crossed the drivers should be readying up. On the grid, we can go.
Can't get them to ready up now, can you?
Oh God, we had obviously
here we go.
We had a situation on board as our technical assistant, who can't be heard on the microphone at the moment, has literally just trolled the girlfriend by saying after telling them to ready up they've now got a penalty. That is not the case, we promise. We are now a go as the drivers are now counting down with 7 seconds. We can finally get into way of this round 13 race. Oh no, wait, sorry, we've got the formation lap to tune into as well. Fantastic. But we are going to be away. Got a bit of concern coming through here as unfortunately I have absolutely no game sound whatsoever on my screen. Oh, there we go, nice and loud. Flamer on the incorrect tyre compound. We're just trying to confirm that. He did not set a Q2 time. Race control, just confirming that Flamer did not start Q2, obviously due to the technical issues that left him without a Q2 time, but still managed to get through to Q3 luckily due to Slicer being taken out of the race. So he did get through, so we're just going to have a quick, just had a message come through to the assistant commentators saying you're fired. Oh, interesting. Going through now into the session with Sphere Cookie at the moment, obviously warming up his tyres on the super soft compound tyre. Silver Surfer, you claimed, you felt that it would be Leclerc on pole. He didn't get pole, and he's no longer in the race. You are jinxing everything, sir.
Yeah, it's not going well, is it? I think I need to stop making. I think we need to stop calling who's going to be on pole. Just let it happen. Let it run its course.
At a risk of making possibly a right hash of this race, who's going to win it?
I'm not even going to say the risk of having a DNF. Someone on track's going to win it today. That's what I'm saying.
Sphere Cookie driven straight through the advertising board. Real shame, but he will be okay, I hope anyway. We're obviously on to the restart now of this session as the drivers are lining up on the grid. Slasher and Masters have not managed to complete the formation lap. They have been disqualified, but they will be there for the start of the race as the drivers are now lining up on the grid.
You have any thoughts on the winner here today?
I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see as it's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5 lights, and they are a go. The drivers, here they are. Purple Ace getting an absolutely amazing start actually alongside Sphere Cookie, who's actually getting a decent start alongside the Haas and Flame as Mike Davis managed to recuperate plenty of points as Becky Boo also getting into 5th, Adrian down in 6th position as Becky Boo cracking into 4th position around the outside, coming through to the first chicane, doing a cracking job actually. Sphere Cookie maintaining the lead as Flamer on the medium tyres. The hardest compound of tyres has managed to get up to into Q3 onto the medium tyres and has actually managed to maintain P3 on a harder compound of tyre. Could be interesting to see how the Haas driver does as we get through onto chicanes 3 and 4. Your thoughts, Silver Surfer?
Yeah, looking good. Relatively clean start as well. I'm seeing a couple of end plates missing, but apart from that, everyone's still on track. Everyone's still going. Cracking start from the top 3. Looking good so far.
Yeah, cracking looking around at the moment as Becky Boo and Mike David managing to gain one position at Adrian's expense. Now down to P6, the Toro Rosso driver not having a greatest start, managed to benefit actually from managing to get up the leaderboard actually because of the situation with Leclerc and Mong both leaving the session. But Goods, the Sauber, all over the back of Adrian.
As Purple Haze takes the lead. Getting a wicked slipstream there off Sphere Cookie. Flame is still in the mix on the medium compound, flying on the harder tyre. Sphere Cookie now going to look down the inside into turn one. Flame is also eyeing that one up as well. Side by side through two. Sphere Cookie really wants that first place back. He's not going to give that one up easy.
Absolutely cracking job at the moment, actually keeping up side by side at the moment as Purple Haze is a little light coming through. This should be okay, but she loses out on P1 as Sphere Cookie maintains it. Flamer looking on the outside as Sphere Cookie goes massively wide and lost it. Locking up massively, and there he goes, he loses his position, but surely he's going to have to let Flamer through. Yeah, a little bit of a dangerous re-entry.
I'm not sure how that... Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, a bit of an entry, but Purple Haze
Purple Haze now.
Purple Haze will benefit from that massively now. The McLaren number 2 at the moment, going to be gaining massively on the teammate, and actually at this rate will be taking the lead in the championship. Sphere Cookie though, going to be looking... Sphere Cookie looking like he's going to do a cracking job. Going to be taking a look though as a bit of a battle actually for P6 at the moment as Goods, although on the back of Adrian is not able to gain much traction. He will gain though a little bit of slipstream, as will Adrian though on Mike David, so it's still pretty close as we are starting lap 3 here at the SynergyPWR Invitational, round 13 at Italy, as Goods goes for a little bit of an overtake coming into Parabolica. Can't find the space though and has to pull out of the overtake. Adrian maintaining P6, Silver Surfer.
I just got back. Hello.
Hello! I just heard you picking up the microphone, so I thought I'd put you in a bit of a position. Oh, bit of an overtake coming in though from Flamer, and there is Sphere Cookie maintaining P2. Purple Haze managing to gain a massive load of traction on the harder compound tyre, the soft tyre. Sphere Cookie currently under a bit of pressure from the Haas of Flamer, who couldn't compete in Q2. Now third position and looking to gain some cracking points in Division 2. He's had a bit of pressure, but his confidence is not dwindling. What do you think? Oh, bit of an overtake, and there he goes. He's gone wide. Flamer taking P2 off Sphere Cookie. Cracking job
Smashing
from
overtake.
Haas. As you've disconnected from the session, Silver Server.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. Sophia Cookie has lost out on pole position as Mike David has managed to overtake Becky on the Ferrari after going massively wide. She does get DRS though, but she's going to be under a lot of pressure from Adrian in the Toro Rosso Renault car, so it's going to be looking to see how he does later on against Becky Boo. Going to keep a firm eye though on Mike David as Sphere Cookie has lost more traction coming out of Ascari. He is going to be getting a lot of traction, a lot of slipstream actually, Mike David, after Sphere Cookie losing out. We'll have to see what happens. He may have even got DRS actually coming up to the DRS detection out to Parabolica. We'll see what happens, but he's definitely got some wing damage, unless he's just got naturally a very understeery setup. Very interesting to see as Purple Haze goes fastest lap on the middle compound tyre, the soft compound, with a 1:26.0. Master and Goods looking over a bit of an overtake as Master takes DRS and decides to pull out of the overtake. Actually, a bit of an interesting one. Obviously, doesn't want to burn through those soft tyres. He knows Goods on the super soft compound is going to be struggling eventually. Master's playing the waiting game in the Renault. Cracking job actually from 7th for starting from the back of the grid after getting a penalisation. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Another look again here as Flamer gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, obviously wanting to gain as much time as he possibly can on Purple Haze, but remember, Flamer starting on the hardest compound of tyres, so it's going to be interesting to see how his strategy pans out, and it could actually work for the Haas driver. We'll have to see what happens, but for the here and the now, we're following Mike David at the moment, who is less than a second behind and will get DRS actually as he opens up on Sphere Cookie, but Sphere Cookie getting as much traction as possible. Mike David gaining 2 positions, while Sphere Cookie losing 2 positions, starting on pole. Bit of an appalling start actually from Sphere Cookie. Hopefully you're back in the session, Silver Surfer, because I'm running out of breath. Can you please take over?
I am back. I've listened to the radio. That's fantastic for a second there, but I am back watching the race. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, if Flamer can keep these tyres nice and clean, he's going to be in a very cushy position when these guys are ahead of him pit. He's really looking very good.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Super Blaze
so
going even faster. If Super Blaze going even faster at the moment on the softer compound with a 25.0. She's getting faster, and she's got an opportunity here on board with Mike David, and he's gaining and gaining time on Sphere Cookie. Has Sphere Cookie got this wrong? Has his strategy wrong? His DRS. Oh, sorry, I'm calling.
Running deep. Very deep.
Bit of a lock-up, and he's obviously
both these drivers here locking up a bit. Sphere Cookie's getting that problem too.
Bit of a situation though, because Adrian, I think, may have crashed into the back of Mike, because now he has got front wing damage on the front left. Be interesting to see if there is any cause of that. We'll have to see, but at the moment, Adrian now looking dangerously close, and unfortunately with that front wing damage, it does mean Goods is now back in action for possible P5 on the super soft tyres, as will be Masters on the soft compound tyres. Probably will Becky Boo as well on the super soft tyres as well, so don't count out now P4 to P8. There could be a bit of a battle on in the next couple of laps, so stay tuned for that one. Actually, we're going to be following Goods. Who's going to have DRS. Going to be looking at Goods now. Who's going to have DRS on Adrian, who Adrian will not have DRS, I don't think. Nope, not on Goods, not on Mike rather. Sorry. So Adrian Goods is going to be gaining buckets of time as long as he doesn't go wide, which he has done to Ascari, which means he's going to lose the back end as Masters. Oh, fuck!
He wanted that. He was lining it up.
Yeah, he was looking for that. Incredibly close actually, but Masters is looking to try and get around Goods as quickly as possible. He's obviously knows of the reputation. 11 penalty points on Goods at the moment. One more will see him end up getting race banned for the next race. It's going to be interesting to see how the stewards pan this out, but we're going to keep a firm eye now on Masters as he's going to get traction. Less traction in the form of Slipstream and DRS going into the main corner. That is number one going a bit inside. He's going for it. Masters deciding he doesn't want to look for it. Yeah, he's obviously I think he probably should try and risk it, because at the end of the day, he's got the Ferrari of Becky Boo creeping up behind him. It's going to be interesting for P6. Keep a firm eye on that one.
Yeah, indeed. She's behind you.
Keeping an eye on as they come through turn number 3 and turn number 4. Cracking number job there from Masters as Goods goes a bit wide actually, going on board at the moment. We've still got a bit of dust on his front left, and you can see the understeer coming through that Sauber. He's clearly struggling at the moment. Possibly a setup issue as he's going wide again, having to brake really harshly. Masters is going to gain a lot of... Again, he's going to be able to gain significant slipstream and DRS, but it just can't seem to get around Goods. Is it an issue of bravery from Masters to not be able to overtake Goods, or do you think...
Maybe. I think it could be. I mean, watching him, he's braking a bit earlier than I would expect him to do. So I think he's working up that confidence. Hopefully, at some point in the next couple of laps, if he stays with Goods, we'll see a pass attempt at least. Yeah, just take a look as well. Masters didn't actually compete in the last race. The Sphere Cookie is now getting his game on. Oh, going massively wide though. He's going to do it.
Yeah, Masters going around Goods as Goods has lost it, and he's going to have DRS as well. Surely that will be the end of the battle between the Renault and the Sauber. We're going to be on board with Goods. Actually, will he look for something, or will he back out of it? No, that's it. He's had enough. He knows he's lost a position as Renault is going very wide through turn number 1 and 2. But no, I think that might be it. I think Master P6.
Just keep an eye on Purple Haze. I think she's getting tucked in now for this one. Looking at that lead slowly, 3.1 seconds now.
Just following at the moment.
Was now 2.4.
Just following on board with Sphere Cookie at the moment. Yeah, just following on board at the moment. Goods gets 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Sphere Cookie at the moment though, fastest lap on the super soft tyres. He's got his game on. He's a bit more than a second on Flamer at the moment. Remember, Flamer on the medium tyres. It won't be long before the super softs start to degrade much beyond the fact that the mediums will be the faster tyre as he locks up going into Ascari. Reckon possibly Cookie could catch up on Flamer before the tyres degrade, or do you think this is probably Flamer's second place right now?
I mean, he'll catch him, I'm sure, but if he overtakes, I mean, it's pretty futile at this point because he's going to have to pit pretty soon after, and then Flamer's got
yellow's waved in sector 3.
Tires, so.
Goods has crashed. Unbelievable crash actually coming out of Ascari. He's clearly lost it, and that front right tyre has come off the Sauber. Goods 1, 2, 3, 4. Yet again, he is out of the race with another DNF on his record. He will be gutted.
The exit of that corner, brutal. Catches everybody out.
Yeah, got to remember, obviously, SynergyPWR running simulation damage. So, obviously...
Indeed, simulaciones.
Damage, obviously, in this is a lot less forgiving. The driver's actually reporting that they would much prefer to have simulation damage turned off But obviously it's very controversial subject within SynergyPWR, because some really like it for the punctures, for the engine errors, as we saw in Flamer at Belgium. I don't know if you guys were there when you saw it, but Flamer did end up having an engine issue, which resulted in him being had a severe detrimental effect on his car. So very interesting to see how simulation damage works in this league, as the drivers maintain their support for the league, but some deciding they prefer without it. So we'll have to see what happens over the next few months or so.
Just running on board with Flamer, we could see perhaps another engine issue looking at his downshifts. I saw that actually a post after the race. People were saying he was shifting down a bit quickly, and watching him now, he's revving that engine big time. So watch that engine later on in the race.
Interesting to see actually, as the Haas Ferrari that obviously Flamer takes at the moment. Obviously he was with Sauber with Goods originally before swapping his seat to Haas, and he is renowned actually for downshifting before braking, which is all well and good in any form of sort of standard racing potentially, but in Formula 1 you're over revving the engine. See as he comes in here, there you see as he just comes in a little bit too early with the sort of downshift, and you see it's obviously a detrimental effect to one's engine, so he's clearly going to struggle if he carries on making those simple mistakes, we'll say.
Yeah, Purple now just managing that gap to Flamer, staying around 2.5 to 3 seconds.
Obviously we've got
up there in the lead.
Obviously got to remember as well, obviously Mike David now currently in P4. Now obviously a solid result for him would be 12 points. It does mean, however, he won't be able to scratch off 4 in fact podiums in a row. If he can't get into P3 and start sort of battling the likes of Sphere Cookie, he will miss out on 4 podiums in a row, and Purple Haze will look for her 3rd podium in a row, and her, I believe this would be her 2nd win of the season, her 1st win coming in Austria.
Yes. Yeah, good race from her in Austria actually. So we're getting a similar performance today here in Italy.
Following actually on board a moment with Purple Haze at the moment. Now obviously
Adrian comes into the pit.
Adrian now in the pits on a set of soft tyres. Now we reported he obviously had some end plate damage on his car, as you can see, front left. So no doubt he'll be replacing that front wing and going on to, yep, there's the new front wing, onto a set of mediums. End of the race potentially, do you think?
I think you're right. Yep.
He will be at the back of the
I
grid.
One stop would be the stop of choice, the strategy of choice in this race.
He will be at the back of the grid. He will be at the back of the grid, Adrian. But with only one stop, and well, Flamer looking rapid actually on those medium tyres at the moment, and track evolution coming into play. Adrian may have got a good call on mind. We'll keep an eye out as we are on lap 10 of 27 at the SynergyPWR Invitational round number 13 here at Monza. We're following Purple Haze at the moment, who is currently finishing her 10th lap as she comes to Ascari on a set of soft tyres that she started on at the beginning of this race. Flamer maintaining a gap of about 2.3 seconds, or would you say Purple Haze is maintaining the gap of 2.43 seconds? What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's a combination of both these drivers running at a pretty similar pace. But I mean, she's doing a good job up the front, controlling the race.
Surely, do you think that means
pretty similar?
Surely, do you think that means advantage Flamer, because he's maintaining a gap?
I think it is, yeah.
Of about 2.4, 2.5 seconds, potentially losing only a tenth on a harder compound of tyre that lasts, as we've seen and as we know as drivers ourselves, a significantly long time on Monza. So, I mean, I think at the moment, do you think it is advantage Purple or advantage Flamer?
I think it's advantage Flamer. I mean, the gap's fluctuating between 2.5 to 3-ish seconds, but the fact that he's keeping with her on a much harder compound, only one more tyre compound harder than her softs, but still, it's a difference. We'll see how it pans out, but I think it's slightly with Flamer at this point.
Keep a firm eye as well on Mike David at the moment, who is gaining time at the moment on the soft compound tyre compared to Sphere Cookie. You can see the visible degradation now on the soft tyres, so I can only imagine what Purple Haze's tyres are like at the moment as well up front, so potentially it could be advantage Flamer, as we've already discussed. Taking a look though, losing is definitely keeping a firm eye on that acceleration through Ascari with those tyres at the moment. Let's be honest, Sphere Cookie is probably going to be due in for the Super Soft to come off very soon.
I think so, yeah.
One stop.
I mean, the
Sphere.
fact that he's... yeah.
And as I've just said, yes, Sphere into the pits
locking
now.
up all the way in.
Yes, he's obviously got no ABS, and you can see he locks his tyres up a lot, and the front left, as we usually see, the left side of the car, the tyres, grading very badly, and he's going to come on, and he's onto a set of softs, so it's potentially a 2-stop for Sphere Cookie. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. I mean, he could get close to the end if he did the same amount of laps on these. But we'll see. I mean, the way he's locking up, I don't know how those tyres will last. But,
yeah, clearly an issue at the moment. Says actually, he's going to have a bit of an issue potentially with the sister team of Slicer Cookie. No. Slicer just managing to keep behind, locking up. He's got a. It is possible, we reckon, to potentially get those softs to the end of the race, but it's going to be very difficult with. Oh, math. 15 laps.
Yes, 15 laps. Three more than he's done now.
So we'll have to see what happens. It could be possible, but it might be tricky.
Actually 4 more, lap 11 he came in, I think. So, but yeah, it's doable. So if he can stop locking the tyres up, I'm sure he'll make it.
Just looking at the battle for P number 1 at the moment at the top. Flamer is now cutting the gap, if I remember correctly. He was, what was it, about 2.5, or was it 1.7?
2.5, yeah, 2.5 to 3, and now he's in the low 2s. So.
Following on board with Purple Haze at the moment as she starts lap number 13 of this race of 27. You can see the visible degradation at the moment on the left side. In the middle you can see the line showing that there obviously going to be some issue with the contact in the ground at the moment. She is maintaining a reasonably good lead, but at the moment Flamer is now cutting about a tenth, maybe 2 potentially on the medium tyre. So strategy wise, Purple Haze come in, set mediums to the end, or do you reckon potentially try and push it and try and get to a set of super softs?
I think she might go that route, you know. She seems to be going alright. The gap's not coming down massively quick, so I think those softs have still got a bit of life left in them yet. I think she might go for super softs.
As Adrian is pushing really hard at the moment on those set of mediums, he gets the fastest lap of the race. Cracking job from him at the moment. He's obviously looking to try and benefit at the moment with all the soft runners now starting to struggle. I can only imagine at the moment Adrian is going to be smiling happy behind the helmet, potentially beating his teammate at the moment. He's 14.1 seconds behind as yellows are waved, as Masters has crashed out of the race. Looks like coming through turn number 5, is it? Actually, going into turn 6 is definitely a big loss. He must have lost a lot of traction going through there. Because he's ended up quite far out, but Masters is out of the race on lap number 13 of 27. Unfortunate for the Renault driver. He gets another DNF. That is his 3rd of the season.
Yeah, sad way to end. And he was looking good there. He was the biggest beneficiary of the big couple of laps, 3 places up from the starting position. So, yeah. Sad loss for the race there.
Worth making note at some point though, Slicer, the sister team to Toro Rosso in the Red Bull, has managed to get around Adrian. Even though he's getting fastest laps, he must have made a mistake somewhere, because Adrian's now down in P6. So you're Cookie getting fastest lap of the race with 1:23.9. No surprise there.
Toro Rosso boy is going for it.
Yep, here he goes with the Toro Rosso now coming round the sister team of Red Bull. Will he try for an overtake over Slicer? Bear in mind, these two are actually brothers in real life. So there's one brother, it's Ralf Schumacher overtaking Michael.
Well, which one's which for you then?
Oh, well, the faster driver's probably going to end up. Oh, actually, I'm not even going to answer that. Purple Haze now, 1.5. Shut up. Purple Haze at the moment, 1.5 seconds. At the moment, 1.3 seconds make that actually, with Flamer currently in P2, 14 laps out of 27 currently taken. Not so sure what Purple Haze is going to do. What do you think? Do you still think it's going to be mediums, or do you think it's super softs?
It's got to be super softs, surely. I think it's got to be. The mediums are going to be too slow for the amount of laps she's got left, I think. And she's going to want to be rapid when Flamer comes in and inevitably for his first
Do you
stop,
think,
so I think it's super softs.
This case is Purple Haze, even though she's on the harder, softer compound of tyre, do you think she's going to try and match Flamer for pits? So try and both come in at exactly the same time, so they both have exactly the same tyre strategy, super softs to the end, and that's it, just all-out war, see, battle of skill.
That would be good. That would be good for the viewers if they did that, but I'm not sure what she thinks. It depends how quick she feels against Flamer, that's the thing. So we'll have to wait and see when she decides to make the call to go into the pit.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, keeping a firm eye at the moment on this battle for P1 at the moment. As Flamer's gone massively wide coming through that turn. He's managed to pick up some gravel, yes, you can clearly see that's a nice pick up there, but unfortunately he is still, I say unfortunately for Purple, he is still gaining tons of time on the McLaren. In fact, it might be this lap that Flamer may get DRS on the McLaren driver.
Get that gap. Oh, it's going up now though, 1.4, slowly increasing, so he's lost a bit of toe there, but still, the gap is slowly coming down. He's gaining. His tyres are coming into play, hers are coming out.
Wouldn't say it was slowly, I'd say it was actually pretty rapidly at the moment, although they may have not got the straight line speed. I know Flamer at the moment using a very, very minutely adjusted standard setup. He is obviously losing on the main straight, but what he's losing in the main straight, he is gaining in the corners, which Mon's obviously very prone to the long straights, but definitely an issue when it comes to the corners. If you don't have enough downforce, you are spinning, as Goods and Masters has demonstrated, as Mike David is in the pits. For some reason on my screen, he's currently got a set of softs at the front and a set of super softs at the rear.
Aha. Well,
I mean,
the pit crew have made an error there.
I presume it's probably a glitch, so race control will make note he is on a set of super soft tyres, as not described as a 2 on the softs on the front and super softs at the rear. Very unusual.
Coming in very slowly into the pits. I don't know if she's got a problem or not.
Yes, she does have.
Get a speeding penalty.
You may be cautious, but she does actually have wing damage. She's got a bit of end plate damage on the right, so no doubt she'll get that replaced, as she is there, number 64 Ferrari back on the case. She's on another set of softs, actually. So she does have to pit again.
Yeah, she
Taking
does.
a quick look at the moment, as Flamer currently is now looking 7/10 behind Purple Haze. As I said, he is going to get DRS, and he will get DRS here, as Purple Haze is on the right hand side. Is she pitting? She is, you know.
Yeah, there she goes.
Flamer takes the lead in this race. We'll have to see what Purple does, but 17 laps on a set of softs should mean super softs for 10 laps. Yeah, I should imagine it'll be
they're
super
ready.
soft.
Super softs are coming on.
It's super softs it is for the number 10
game
McLaren
on.
driver. It is game on. What will Flamer do? Will he stay out and try and stretch those mediums out? He has a 15.4 second advantage over the McLaren driver. What will he do? Will he just match the super softs and go for it, or will he try and stretch them out? He does have a 22.5 second advantage.
If this spicy now, I think.
If this is an in-lap for Flamer, it has to be the best in-lap he has ever done in his entire esports career. We'll have to see what he does. Amazing helmet, by the way. Complimented him for his amazing helmet. And, a bit wide, though, going through there.
Yeah,
not
nice
ideal.
Helmet. There's a lot of nice helmets, actually, in this race.
Indeed, very good helmets actually. I'm just taking a look at the moment as he comes through Ascari, turns 7. Not too sure how he's going to be able to deal with this at the moment, but he has a 22.7 advantage. What do you reckon? Pit and try and beat Purple out in the pits, or just go for it?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. You could pit and give it a go, but
I'd give it a go personally. I'd give it a go. He's doing it. Good strategy. It's super soft versus super soft. Flamer, one young old taps. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good battle indeed, as Purple Haze is now coming down the main straight into Parabolica. Sphere Cookie, 1.2 seconds behind Purple Haze as well. Could Flamer back out? Flamer on the set of super softs. He's not leaving the pits. He's not leaving the pits. He's not leaving the pits. He's stuck in the pits. He's not leaving. That is tragic for Flamer. He is going to be down, surely. He's down. He's in P3. That poor leaving has stuck him out. That is really bad and really good strategy from Sphere Cookie. Means Flamer is now down by, well, he's got to have lost at least 7 or 8 seconds in that pit. It's a very unusual call.
Yeah, he's on a quick tyre though. Sphere Cookie's tyre is going to be older, so P2 still on the cards. P1 is going to be a battle, but let's see what happens.
It'll be interesting to see what happens, but all's for sure Flamer has to have an amazing outlap, an amazing second lap, to a point where I think he has to go for purple lap times if he wants to try and beat Purple. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Take a firm eye though as well on Adrian. Now he's on a set of mediums to the end of the race. Now he is going to be seeing not a massive amount of tyre degradation, so he's got to hope in the 9 laps that Flamer and Sphere Cookie are out on those tyres that he's going to be able to benefit and possibly look for a back-to-back podium. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but keep an eye out on Mike David, who is on a set of super soft tyres, not soft on the front and super soft at the back as what's on my screen at the moment.
Yeah, I'm seeing it as all soft, so it looks good on my screen. Yeah, he's going to be...
this game is
going
crap.
after Adrian.
Oh, God. Mike David, 5th place, 3.5 seconds is the difference on a set of soft and super soft tyres. Sure. He is going to be gaining buckets of time, do you think, on Adrian? Or do you think Adrian could battle it out for P4? What do you think?
I'm not sure. I mean, Mike's tyres are fairly new, are they not?
Well, no, not his fronts, according to my screen.
Well, yeah.
No, but yeah, he's currently got fastest lap of the race, so he is gaining a lot of time, but he has to go purple, as does Flamer, as really does purple. I'm taking a look at the moment at Flamer, and he's gaining buckets of time at the moment on Sphere Cookie, so Flamer's definitely in a big battle.
It was 4 seconds, now 2.9. That leader. DRS will be coming into play soon. Becky Boo now looking to make a move on Slicer. DRS wide open, will she do it? No, she's going to back out. Wait for another opportunity to come around. But she's going to need to make a choice soon as we come into the final couple of laps here. 8 laps remaining.
For sure. Taking a look at the moment at Becky Boo as she was looking for a bit of an overtake, bit of a dive potentially coming into turn number 1, but doesn't look for any more. Still managing to maintain a DRS zone as Flamer. No surprise there, goes fastest lap. Will Mike be able to improve on that as he crosses the line on his set of soft and super soft tyres? I'm going to have to keep saying it because I've never seen that glitch before and it's fantastic. He doesn't improve. So Flamer is looking rapid. He's took the risk. It may pay off. 7 laps to go of this 27 lap race on lap 20. It is the SynergyPWR Invitational round number 13 here at Monza as Flamer is looking incredibly close for a bit of a battle. Oh, bit of a lock-up coming up through Sphere Cookie. Very close.
Sphere Cookie's having one difficult race.
Bit of a coming in up here.
Becky's looking to make another move on Slicer.
Yeah, it's a bit of a battle, but it looks like it may have been a bit of a gone a little bit wide actually.
I think she got a bit out of shape out of Ascari actually.
Yeah, so but she is going to get DRS though, so keep a firm eye at the moment on the battle for P6 and P number 3 as DRS is now wide open for Flamer.
DRS.
Yep, looking at it now.
I don't think just yet.
I don't think so just yet as Becky Boo has just overtook Slicer on the main straight. Slicer.
Oh, he's going to be close here. This is it.
Not looking at it there. That's the end of the battle for P2, but it could be the battle out of Parabolica. Will he go for it? Take the DRS. Looking on the inside. No, doesn't look at it. Sphere Cookie. Locking up those tyres. Try not to touch the grass there, though, Flamer. You're going to only lose time doing that one. He is going to get DRS coming through the main straight, though.
He wants to change that fuel mix, running lean versus someone else in rich. Not ideal.
Oh, that's a bit unusual. Why is he lean there? There we are. He's swapped out. He knows he's made that mistake. Perhaps he's trying to save fuel for the final run against Purple Haze. Remember, obviously, the Haas driver looking for his first ever win at SynergyPWR after DNFing from what was pole position in Belgium. Sorry, no, apologies. He ended up getting a very, very solid result actually after having the tyre puncture and an engine failure. So he's going to be wanting to get almost retribution. Ooh, bit of a spin coming out there.
Sphere Cookie though, looking vulnerable, locking up. He's running rich mix as often as he can.
Oh, is there definitely a bit of a touch going in there? He's on the outside. Close racing here. Fantastic from Sphere Cookie and Flamer. DRS, surely this is it for the Haas driver. Sphere Cookie looking out of shape on the soft tyres. He's going to have to get round him as soon as possible if he wants to try and battle for the win, that's for sure.
Can he do it? Oh!
Squeezing it. It's definitely looking. It's fine margins as Mike David gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He needs to put it in Rich Mix. Get you sent up the hill, son. You've got to do it. It's easy. Just bang it into Rich. Will he do it? Come on, get those fingers on the trigger.
The difference in fuel between him and Sphere, he'll be running Rich.
He's got to do it, surely. He's going to be looking into turn 1. Sphere Cookie switching the line. Surely it's a dive bomb, potentially. Is he looking for it? He's not looking for it. Sphere Cookie locking up into turn 1. Holding it. He is doing a cracking job, Sphere Cookie holding it, but Flame is doing a cracking job in maintaining P3 at the moment. Keep a firm eye on that battle, that's for sure.
while. Purple Haze maintaining that nice little gap there. He's doing a good job of defending.
Keep a firm eye at the moment on this battle, that's for sure. Keep a firm eye as well. Also, looking for a little bit of a dive bomb going into number 4, I think that was. Or is it number 5? No, it's number 6. There he goes. Cracking overtake. Cracking overtake, actually. I was just taking a look at that. Just,
we'll have the DRS.
Sphere Cookie definitely up his gearbox at the moment. He's not. Flamer's not running in rich, and there we are. He's lost it again. What? He has so much spare fuel. Oh, he's lost some front wing. That's it. Oh, cracking overtake, but he's lost some front wing. That might just be game over for Flamer potentially getting P1. It's now all up to him to try and maintain P2. Why is Flamer not using Rich Mix? What is the problem? Has he got... The only suggestion I've got is that his... Oh, Sphere Cookie losing so much traction going out of Parabolica. The only thing that's coming in my mind is that... I know it's simulation damage and it's very rarely seen, but you know the issues we've seen in the past with the engine issues that you saw in Belgium. The only thing I've got in my mind is that MGUK is not working.
Yeah, something's broken.
I don't know if something's broken or if Rich Mix is not available.
His D-pad might be broken.
I don't know, but
connect. Who knows?
I don't know either way. He does not have Rich Mix available, surely, unless he's. I mean, look at it. Sphere Cookie's getting so much time on him. He's just losing miles of time. We've got our engineer at the moment who's not available on the microphone at the moment. He's absolutely screaming at Flamer. Put it in Rich Mix, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, he can't get a break, can he? I mean, if he's got an issue, we have to start calling him Valtteri Bottas at this rate, because he is just getting bad luck after bad luck, this guy.
He does have repeated bad luck, doesn't he? He's had a really bad luck. Oh, he's going to have DRS. It's looking battle. It's close. It's close. It's close. It's close.
You've just opened the door. Leave it open. Yeah, let him through.
Cracking battling at the moment. Oh, Sphere Cookie's gone. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Cracking, that is cracking pressure from Flamer to keep it, and that right there is Adrian, his teammate, overtaking the other Toro Rosso for P3. Adrian might be able to get another podium if he overtakes Cookie, and he has done it.
Thank you.
Oh, that is a thank you and goodbye. That is a Toro Rosso switch. Adrian now massive advantage for P3. That would mean it would be back-to-back podiums. It's even in fact quoting back-to-back-to-back podiums for Adrian. This would be his, actually, his third podium on the trot, and possibly his fourth if you don't include his not inclusion into Britain. DRS. But he is looking for an overtake with DRS in the Toro Rosso's battling out, with squeezing out. Cracking work. I'm not being funny, but this is some great racing between the two Toro Rosso drivers. We only saw 2,000 separating them at one point in Q3, and you can clearly see the fine margins between the two Toro Rossos. Silver Surfer.
Yeah, they are close. Yeah, they're close. And just looking at them now, they both like drinking that fuel because they are running seriously low fuel loads.
We all know about Adrian's tactics. He's made it very clear about his tactical moves. He always plays low fuel. He always plays low fuel before he starts, and he always likes to have low fuel and maintain a sort of lean and sort of standard fuel mix and just save fuel throughout the entire race. And at this moment in time, the medium tyre runner is beating the one-stoppy Sphere Cookie on the soft tyre. And remember, at some point, tyre degradation is going to be a huge issue, especially when he keeps locking up those rears. He's definitely struggling out there at the moment. And one thing to take a note on as well is Mike David. He's only 1.6 seconds behind. Could potentially be on a battle with Sphere Cookie very soon, with 2 laps to go. With 2 laps to go, 25 out of 27 at the moment. We are looking at a cracking battle here for P number 3, P number 4, and possibly even P number 5. But for sure, one driver who's just going to be cruising her way to victory is going to be Purple Haze in the McLaren, and will be taking the lead.
The cucumber at the front
taking the lead. Oh, wow, I mean, I must admit, he should be taking the lead in the championship. I know Flamer at the moment, he's put pressure on Sphere Cookie, did a cracking job to take P2. Great racing overall from Flamer. Deserves P2 at the moment. All he needs to do is just nurse the car home. He's got front wing damage. Just nurse the car home. Yeah, going to be absolutely fine. Cracking job from him. P3 at the moment. Flamer, Adrian, with only 6/10 separating him and the teammates at the moment. I didn't realise it's still maintained this close with 2/10. And remember, these keep battling. The closer Mike David's going to get to potentially take P3 as well. This may be a battle to the end for the final spot on the podium positions. What do you think of that, Silver?
I think you're right. It's going to be close. I don't know if these two are in a party, the two Toro Rossos, if they're playing some kind of team tactic. I don't know, but yeah, they're going to be leaving themselves vulnerable to Mike David, who is on a charge at the moment. On a faster time than both of them as well at that.
You've got to take into consideration as well, obviously, that Adrian the 8th and the Sphere Cookie, obviously, were both, I think, helping each other out in qualifying. So both sort of giving each other some...
So. I'm not sure, but yeah, it looked like it.
For sure, and now, team tactics out of the window. It's a battle to the death with lap 26 of 27. We are down to our final 2 laps here at the SynergyPWR Invitational. Round number 13 here at Monza. Doing a cracking job at the moment, and as you can see, Sphere Cookie looking to try and get past his teammate of Adrian the 8th.
Again.
Ooh, bit of a squirm coming out there for Adrian as well, so whatever time he lost Sphere, he's probably gained back with Adrian. I'm going on board with Sphere at the moment. Looking like rich fuel mix as well.
I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to stop saving fuel soon.
Stop locking
They're
up,
both running
it's 4.
crazy low.
Yeah, he's running, both Toro Rossos running crazy low on fuel at the moment. Keep an eye out on the technicians who are obviously keep an eye out. Let us know what the fuel mode is at the moment on the Toro Rossos, because it's quite clearly going to be a battle. So taking a look at the moment here, clearly
they're just waiting to catch those Toro Rossos sleeping.
Yeah, just keep
hiding. Hiding there, he's ready for him.
Question is how quickly is he able to catch up with him? He is on super soft tyres. Will they be too degraded enough to be able to get out of the DRS zone at the moment?
He's close on this straight. He's gaining time, big time at the moment.
Not being funny, but Adrian is starting to look a little bit quicker, especially coming out of Ascari. He definitely had a lot more traction than Sphere. Don't know if that's a tyre thing or if that's just purely a setup point of view, but a lovely sweeping shot at the moment from the helicopter as we're following Sphere Cookie at the moment, beautiful. Who is more than a second, which means he won't have DRS on his teammate. One person that will have DRS on him, though, is Mike David. He is now less than a second with 1 lap to go. We could be in a battle for P4 at the moment and may just save some points in his championship battle, Mike David. Either way, unless something massively drastic happens, Purple Haze is going to take the lead in the championship.
Yeah, smashing job on the final lap now. Looking very comfortable up there in the front. Yeah, just a bit wide with his damaged front wing. Still limping home, but he's going to do it.
Just want to mention, as we were talking throughout the battle, Flamer did get a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That's his first, I think, so hopefully that won't affect his race too much. He has got a 4 and a bit second lap gain over Adrian the 8th, so hopefully it won't be a massive issue. Sorry, 8.5 seconds rather. It's 4.5 second gap over Purple Haze at the moment, who's coming down now. The final, second to final straight, penultimate maybe? I don't know. We're coming up now to Parabolica. Just a sweeping right-hand side.
I mean, that's a good point. I wonder where Adrian will finish after the penalties, because looking at the race director, Flamer's got a few.
I have to see, though, because as we see now, Purple Haze is celebrating. She crosses the line. She is the winner of the Italian Grand Prix here at the SynergyPWR Invitational. Flamer takes a solid second place. A 13-second gap's a lot of penalties. Hang on, could this mean Adrian could take second place off? Mike David has crashed out. He's crashed out on the final corner. Unbelievable stuff. He has crashed out on the final corner. He has lost points. Wow. That is unbelievable stuff. Adrian will take second place, though, and all the mist of that chaos with Mike David crashing out of the final corner. Adrian will take second place. Flamer takes third as Sphere Cookie takes 4th place. Mike David has crashed out in the final corner with Becky Boo. Will take 5th position. Slicer will take 6th. Mike will finish with a 95% rule in 7th place. That is a drastic points drop in the Division 2 Championship. It is unbelievable stuff.
Wow. Smashing job, though, to Purple Haze. Dominated the race.
What an absolutely fantastic race from start to finish. We saw tactics galore. We saw Mike David crash on the final lap. The league leader will drop a huge chunk of points as Becky Boo takes 5th. And the Red Bull of Slicer, he was silent throughout, and he gets 6th place, which is a fantastic result for Adrian's brother.
Fantastic job for those two. Lovely.
And it's the end of the race here at Monza for Division 2. What a fantastic race from start to finish. We are coming to the end. We are going to look up to the podium. And there they go, they're on the podium, and it's Purple Haze takes the top of the step. Fantastic for McLaren Honda. She takes 1st place. can't be same for his teammate crashing on the final corner, getting 7th place. With 95% rule, he does get points, but it's a significant drop from 5th place. Cracking overall though as well, got to be mentioned to Adrian and Flamer, although Flamer getting significant amount of penalties, he does finish in a solid 3rd place. We'll take a quick look now at the final standings. You see there, Purple Haze getting top step of the podium, only 3 seconds worth of penalties, and Adrian the 8th. Clean race overall, not a single penalty for him. Flamer, 12 seconds worth of penalties resulted in him dropping from P2 to P3, shame for him. Sphere Cookie, not a bad result overall actually, starting pole position, dropped out, P4, he'll be reasonably happy. Becky Boo started P5, finishes P5. Great result for her on the only driver on the 2-stop. Slicer finishes P6 with Mike David able to pick up the final 6 points with the 95% rule. Both Masters and Goods crashing out of the race. That is it for this race here at SynergyPWR Invitational round number 13 at Monza. Cracking race overall. Don't forget, tune in to the final part of this round with Division 1 on Wednesday night from 7:45 and 8:30. Thank you so much from myself and Silver Surfer. Take it easy and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye for now.
See you later.